do a little video where I'm at with my 86 cr250. I've had to, as you can see, strip it down. Of course, last time I went out on it, I noticed it slightly down on power and a kind of whirring noise coming from it. So took it apart. It's not had many hours on this piston. That's a Wiseco piston, and look at the state of that. So that's on the exhaust side, because at first I thought maybe some grit or dirt or debris got sucked through the air filter, but it's kind of all around it, nothing on the top. As you can see, it's not done many hours at all, that. So, because I don't know when the bottom end was last done, but it had a top end just before I bought the bike. So stripped it, obviously took the head off, top end off, and then I found the crank rod, the con rod. It had a slight bit of play, barely anything up and down, but it had a lot of wiggle, more than it should, side to side, and you could actually a little bit like that. So you can see it was pretty much ready to go. So I came to the conclusion that that's worn down, the big end it's worn down, and little metal filings possibly have caused the damage there. Miraculously, the barrel itself isn't scored, so it's a piston that's, I don't know how, but the piston that's took the damage. So that's a new hot rods con rod that's been fitted and balanced. So that's ready to fit. I'm just waiting for the gaskets, main bearings, etc. I stripped the paint off that and polished it up. Of course, well, you know what it's like when they're painted, where your boots go, they always rub it off, so I thought I'll take the lot off. I think that's come off very well. Just use some of that metal polish. Well, I used some paint stripper, then metal polish, and it's come up alright. So that's the aluminium. You replace the replacement aluminium casings, because as you know, they always rot out in there. I also removed the paint off the cylinder head. I think it looks better just bare. I'm debating whether to do that with the barrel. So that's where I am with it at the moment. Everything else is good. I'm going to replace the input shaft bearing, because that's got a slight bit of play in it, so I may as well do that at the same time. So yeah, so I've just put a new Wasner piston in it. This is standard, so standard bore, so it's the A piston. So yep, that's all fitted. A little bit difficult, I found, when lowering the barrel onto the studs here. There's a little, I should have videoed it beforehand, but it's too late now, a little swivel on the bottom that you've got to line up, and the easiest way I found, it says your power valves, is to hold them shut. So hold them, keep them closed when lowering it down, if that makes any sense at all. So and it took me a while to find the torque specs for this. As anything, you look online and just get bombarded with all sorts. So I've got my torque specs here, so it might be useful to someone. This is the climber manual. So, and then I found the torque specs here. So I want to torque down the cylinder. So as you can see there, cr250R 1982 onwards, you're looking at 38 to 48 Newton meters. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Yeah. So here it is, finished at long last. Looks bloody good. So I've got these period side panel graphics. I think just finish it off nicely. They were just off eBay then. I think it was about £45 for the 2 side panels and front number board. With a good thickness. Fresh seat cover. Still needs running. It's had a couple of heat cycles done. I really like them pro circuit pipes.